My name is Justin Harris. I'm a 25-year-old veteran of the United States Marine Corps. I joined the Marine Corps in high school, September of my senior year. I didn't really have a plan for college. I didn't take the ACTs, I didn't take the SATs, anything like that. I had planned on going into the culinary profession, and I was contacted by a recruiter, like I said earlier, my senior year, and he told me about their culinary school that they had in the military and talked me into it. But since I was only 17 at the time, I had to get my parents' permission. They had to sign like little waiver forms and stuff like that saying that I was able to enlist in the military. My dad thought he was worried for me, but he thought it was a really cool thing. He thought it would really help me out in life, whereas my mom was just completely dead set against it. She kicked and fought and screamed the whole way through it, but me and my recruiter had to drive an hour and a half to her work for her to sign the papers, and she finally did. I spent 3 months in a Marine Corps boot camp down in Parris Island, South Carolina. It was 13 weeks, pretty much that's where they go to break you down mentally, build you back up with fellow recruits, stuff like that. And I graduated October 25th, 2002. Well, my interest for culinary profession started when I was really young. My mom and I used to bake and cook a lot for my brothers and the rest of our family, and then there would be times when she was at work and I would try to surprise her, and I would bake like box cakes and stuff like that while she was at work. And from there I just really enjoyed cooking. I enjoyed reading recipes and learning new ways to cook. But then when I got into the military, it's not really like that. It's a lot of bulk foods. You're cooking 80 gallons of beef stew, stuff like that, and there's not really a personal touch in it. You don't really get to see the people that you feed. You feed 1,200 people every meal. So because of that, I didn't really enjoy it as much as I thought I would, but I was still cooking, so I was happy with what I was doing. So we were deployed for Iraq in February of 2004, and we spent about a month in Kuwait before we departed for Iraq. March 3rd is when we crossed over and went to Iraq. When we arrived in Iraq, we thought we were going to be cooking. However, it was that was all contracted out through civilians that they had brought in. So we were like what we like to call utility men. We did anything that was asked of us, anything from doing supply runs for food and water on a daily basis to doing full-on raids with the infantry battalion, and even being attached with the snipers for a couple of days at one point. After 8 months in Iraq, we got to go home, and we were allowed 30 days to go home and see our family, and that was the end of my tour. So for my 4 years in the military, we signed up for the GI Bill. So for the next 4 years, or my 4 years in school, I have my GI Bill every month that I get, and it accounts for about $50,000 worth of my college that they're paying for. I just recently received my honorable discharge, my official discharge from the military, October 31st of this year, so I'm officially done with my service. Hi, Mom. How are you? Yeah, how's the boys? Yeah. Did you talk to Jesse lately? Yeah. Okay, so this is my honorable discharge. I got it on the 31st day of October 2009. I was a sergeant when I got out. Armed Forces, Fidelis Order Mercedes, or whatever it is. You're not gonna